so the first thing we're going to do, go to the campaigns tab on the top left. Excuse me. And then you're going to press create, the green create button. And because we're doing a live campaign, we're going to choose the sales objective.
Okay.
Because we're going to track purchases. All right, press OK. Scroll down. Oh yeah, just call it. Yeah, let's do the title real quick. Call it project name.
Yeah.
Or whatever to identify it. Dash KS Live dash sales. Okay, and so next up, we want to, yeah, that's all turned off. Now we want to choose ad set budget. So I want you to press the ... on the ad set in the top left, and let's duplicate it.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, now go back to the campaign settings. No, no, cancel, close. Go back to the campaign. On the left, hierarchy.
What, this one?
Yes. Okay, now scroll down, and we want to change the setting to, now we can change it to ad set budget.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Scroll down, let's double check the bottom. Make sure, okay, that's all good. All right, so now we're going to go and let's delete those ads. So press the first ad and the second ad and just delete them.
I just get rid of them here.
Yeah.
Oh, delete.
Okay. Now go to the new sales ad set, the first one. All right, so now let's start programming these. And we're going to call this United States dash. What's the targeting? D&D plus Kickstarter or something, or D&D plus tech magazines?
Yeah, this is D&D KS. And then we're going to be doing STL soon, so I'm going to make a new audience for the others. But
I think I find better success with 3D printing plus Kickstarter, and then D&D plus tech magazines.
Okay.
So I would do it that way if you got if you want to try a 3D printing STL audience.
So
don't use the Kickstarter qualifier in this one so that they don't overlap too much.
Oh, I see.
One works better with the other, so let's give it to that one instead.
That would mean, so our existing ad set audience, though, that we're currently running is D&D and Kickstarter, because we're not doing STLs yet. But you're saying for this, when we go live, we want D&D plus tech pubs.
Right. If you want to use the, if you want to try a 3D printing audience, I would pair it with the Kickstarter. Because I've had better luck with that there.
Okay. Well, then this one's now, as you've said, D&D plus tech pubs. And then
okay, so then you chose website. Good. Next is the data set. So choose the data set.
Data set was going to be,
Side quest, is it? Or is it Agus? Okay.
Yeah, side quest.
Okay, and then conversion event is purchase.
Purchase, yeah.
Okay. Now scroll down. We don't need to worry about the budget right now. That's going to be the last thing we do. All right, so now the audience, you would change the location to United States. And press the pencil. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wondered why it was Greece for a second there. Get rid of.
I think that's because of Agis. It's Greece. It's his ad account, right?
Why will you not allow?
Press search locations.
All right. Cool.
Okay, and then further limit the reach of your ads. You have the latest user interface.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. So switch the setup. And now let's tighten up the age range to like 21 to 45 or something, or 55. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then uncheck box use as a suggestion. Let's keep that tighter. And then detailed targeting. Let's edit that. And then insert Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And then Pathfinder.
Role-playing game, yeah. Do you
Board
ever
Game
try?
Geeks, maybe? Let me double check what I have in my... You know what? Here, let me teach you. Do you have the guides? Like, do you have that bookmark somewhere? I want to open up the audience library.
I think since I've had to refresh all my
Oh,
browser.
you want me to just send it to you real quick? So this way
Yeah,
you can,
cheers. I'll put it in my bookmarks. Is that the guide that has links to everything?
Yeah, that was. That was
Yeah,
the
that
Kickstarter planner. So I just sent it to you on Discord. Do you want to pull it up on your screen?
cool, yeah.
All right, and so now we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, so that would be under board games, I think.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, there's Pathfinder, D&D, Board Game Geek, Path of Exile, Divinity, Baldur's Gate. Usually I just do D&D, Pathfinder, Baldur's Gate, and Board Game Geek.
Yeah.
Those are the strongest ones.
What was your other one? You said
You can just
Baldur's
copy the whole thing, by the way, and just paste it into...
Ooh.
And it will do the thing for you. And then you can just remove the ones you don't want.
Can I just paste it into the...
Right there. Mm-hmm. Boom. Check that out.
That's...
So
yeah.
it missed some. Some of them, it just
Didn't
cannot,
exist.
like... It will say, well, there's two named that, and so I don't know which one to choose. But if you try add parentheses, like the specifier where it says Dungeons and Dragons game, then it's like, well, I don't know how to interpret that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you gotta, like, sometimes it's a little messy. Which ones did it miss?
Well, we've
Board
got
Game Geeks. No.
Baldur's Gate wasn't in there.
Yeah, you can skip on those two, by the way, in Divinity. The four key ones that we wanted are in there.
All right, fine.
And then define further.
Mhm.
And then go back to the audience library and let's grab the tech magazines under qualifiers, the fourth tab along the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, and then tech publications right there. Just copy the whole thing. Control C and then control paste.
In this one.
Yep. There you go. Bang. Okay. Now go down to placements.
This still has Kickstarter, and is that okay?
Yes. Yes. Now go show more settings.
Mhm.
And then placement controls. Now I want you to turn off the audience network on the cold traffic because they're not really familiar with you in the audience network when they're reading like a New York Times article or something. Is not probably the best time to make the first impression. So that's apps and sites. So uncheck box that. And that's all. Okay,
Cool.
so now press ... and duplicate this entire ad set. This thing is like locked and loaded. So let's make duplicates and build out the other audiences.
Cool. Okay. So what was this other set here? Why did we have this one?
You can delete because the latest interface forces you to have two, but when you first generate it only has one. But I don't want to use the campaign budget optimization because we're going to set up retargeting, which means we want to control that budget and not let it either ignore it entirely or overspend on it. Yes, duplicate.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't found the best way to teach people and be like, oh, this makes sense, like as you go along, because either way, there's a hiccup at some point when you're trying to do, and you gotta reverse and go back to the campaign settings. It's not ideal.
That's interesting because my brain wanted to know why, and it makes sense. Obviously, I haven't done it enough
It's just
times.
they changed the defaults on people, and then like they hardwired it so that you must have. That's the change that they made. But in any case, yeah, it's just trying to encourage people to automate things as much as possible, which in some cases is good. But all right, so now this one, what other audience did you want to try? 3D printing, STLs?
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
do that one. Maybe just do 3D printing and define further in Kickstarter, or just do 3D printing / Kickstarter.
Okay, so let's get rid of those, and then I'm going to put in 3D.
In fact, yeah, check the audience library.
Mm-hmm. Board games.
Entertainment, yeah, board games, miniatures, scale models, 3D printing. Yeah, if you want to do that audience and then mix that with Kickstarter.
So D&D mini games, Games Workshop, Warhammer, blah 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 blah. But this 3D printing is in there as a keyword.
Yeah, if you just want to, so 3D printing is usually the strongest if you're talking about actual 3D printing. Even like it's like, you know, STLs, like if you're just selling STLs, yeah, just stick with 3D printing. I've had the best success with that.
We are selling both printed, physical, and the files themselves.
Pre-printed? Then yes, it probably would do better if you maybe include everything there.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that's a nuanced detail. All right, and then this you can press the big X at the top right. Yeah, remove them all. Don't waste your time. Define further, and then Kickstarter.
Cool. So,
yeah.
So here's a question, right?
Rename this up top, by the way. But yeah, go on.
We are. This is 3D print.
Mm-hmm. Plus KS.
KS.
Now you can delete the other ad set. That's a dummy.
This guy down here. Right. So logically, right, retargeting. This is why I wanted to talk to you about this, so I can mold my neural pathways around it. So we've got retargeting, which is effectively we're going to pull the people who have already been exposed to our ads, right?
Correct.
Cool.
And we're gonna actually set up multiple retargeting funnels, like so that we make sure that we speak to them about 4+ times. So once they enter into that system, they showed like actual interest and signals of interest. We're gonna, you know, give them multiple messages. You know, yeah.
Cool. Okay, that sounds good. Right. So we've got both.
Yes. If you want to try, I don't know, how much budget do you have?
Well, it's between the two of us, so we've got quite a bit, but the ads are quite expensive at the minute. So
yes, the economy is hard right now.
Yeah.
Expect results to be 30 or 50% more expensive than normal. In any case, so let's set up the retargeting. Like that's pretty basic. All right. And then you can choose how much you want to expand on cold traffic. How many followers do you have already? And how many leads did you acquire? Oh, the tracking isn't working too well, so we missed out. Right. Yeah. What is the cost per follower anyway? Like the real cost per follower that you're experiencing?
It's like €4. It's quite expensive.
That's and Facebook is reporting what?
like 11.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, okay. I wish Agis was here so we can like look into that right now. All right, $4 is not too bad. I think it's dependent upon what the average order value is going to be at that point. Because if it's only like 35 bucks, that's not ideal. That's like a little bit too expensive.
Yeah, we've got some pretty heavy high ticket items that we've got going on. So like printed minis, books, STL files. Like we've got some pretty chunky tiers. So we might be okay. We might be okay. We've also got our own lists to blast as well to get the
What
average.
do you think the average order value is going to be? Do you have like a prediction?
Well, I know it's definitely going to be more than 35 GBP. I know, I'm really confident it's going to be more than that. It should be something like $45, roughly.
British pounds. So that's like 55 US.
Yeah, if we're lucky, yeah. Because like I say, we've got some
55.
big ticket
Yeah,
items.
$4 a Kickstarter follower is still kind of tight. I mean, it could actually go pretty well, but if you have a launch day failure, like they convert at 5%, then it's like, or 10%, by end of campaign, that's where it's like, like it's kind of break even or something.
We so with confidence, I could say from previous experience of all the other campaigns that what I've
I
done and what.
know. I'm just saying, if you want to absolve all risk and just be like, I'm printing myself money no matter what, and I cannot fail,
Yeah,
you'd want to drive it down probably another 20% the cost.
yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Like the costs, I look at these costs and I'm like uncomfortable with them.
Yeah,
But
but if you were looking at that as a cost per VIP of $5, you'd be like, oh, I'm swimming in hotcakes right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But it's just the average ore value is low. Um, So going good, but we lost the lead tracking, so we don't have a lot of leads probably. In fact, go to Event Manager. Let's suss it out. On the far
Mm.
left, there's the
Are
the Events
these are
Manager.
saved as draft now? Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
not
it's all
gonna.
saved. Don't worry. Open that in a new tab. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Pause.
cool.
Ah,
Interesting. Press continue.
I just want to check to see whether I need to switch. Okay, this is weird.
Okay,
Hmm.
and so now I want you to go to data sources, the triangle on the
Mm-hmm.
top left. And then it's side quest, right? And
Yeah.
then scroll down. How many leads we got? 118. It's behind your face. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's in the last month. How long ago did you start running ads? Month
I
ago?
think it's yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's combine all our stuff. Normally, I'd say let's break it down. Like, let's break down our page visits, our leads, our video views, our ad engagement, our page followers. Um, I think I got them all. Well, VIPs, which would be purchases. Uh, and separate them into different audiences, and then we target them all separately. But let's build them all out and then just combine them, and then we'll have like a decent size audience to spend on retargeting. It's so small that it's not worthwhile to try to control the individual budgets of them. All right, so what I want you to do is go to audiences on the far left, which has the 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to press create audience in the top left, the blue button, and then custom audience. Wait, what do you have already created? Press cancel. You have 10 at page engagement, 10 days page visit, 5 days, lead, 1A days. Click lead 1A days. What's that?
This one.
Yeah, is that side quest or is that Agi's pixel? Click it. Press edit. Pixel doesn't exist anymore. All right, cancel. Back out. Abort. Press create audience. And custom audience, and then we're gonna recreate website.
Yeah.
Press next. Right pixel, side quest, all website visitors, correct, 180 day. Let's call this side quest page visit 180 day. create audience. Done.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do the same thing with the lead event. Actually, we
So-
don't need, because if they were a lead, then they visited the page. So because we're not separating the buckets, it doesn't make sense anymore. So press create audience, custom audience. Instead of, did you run any videos?
We did, but they didn't perform very well.
Okay, so then they're probably low quality. But in any case, if you were to, you press video here and then do 3 seconds or 15 seconds if you feel it's important that they watched more than just 3 seconds
Right.
to signal interest. You also need more volume of video views for that to work.
Yeah.
But aside from that, you do your page likes under Facebook page and Instagram account. If you got more than 500 of them, might be worthwhile. Previous customer list, like say from your past campaigns, you should upload them and retarget them.
That's cool.
Yes, you should always do that. Because I know both you and Agis have like, what, 15, 20,000 backers at least?
Between us,
Yeah.
12 to 15,000.
Yeah, and just make sure that people know it's a partnership between you two guys or something. You know, like I don't know how you're gonna do it, but anyway, you know that they're Kickstarter users that have recently used Kickstarter, and so you should send them ads. You shortcut yourself to the people who are interested in your kind of style. Yeah. So you press customer list to do that.
Cool.
And then, let's mock it up real quick. It says prepare a list. There's a file template, and you gotta make sure that you do the column headers the right name. I think it's like F name and then L name for last name. Blah,
And they
blah,
give you a
blah.
template.
Their email. Right, exactly. That'll help you along. Press next, then you upload it. And we can't go any further during this call without uploading it. But let's not record that part. All right, so press escape. Yeah, so let's not publish this, by the way. You're going to have to go after this call and finish it up. All right, so now we got our page visits, leads. We need our ad engagement, a 365 day.
Oh, okay.
And we can probably pull Wrath of Devs and the other Pixels ad engagement for 365 day. And use them similar to like the customer list, right? Let's combine all our data. Because we've already done a lot of hard work in the past,
So is that on
It's website. The website means pixel, essentially.
Got it. So we can do source side quest for now. And then you said 360 days, yeah?
No. That's ad engagement. We need the ad engagement, not the pixel. But we want to do the other pixels as well. Do you want to set those up real quick? So instead of side quest, choose Wrath of Devs. And then Agi's pixel. You want to do the same there as well. Like, save this out. Save it out. Wrath of Devs, 180 page visit, 180 day.
Yeah.
And then do the same.
Is it page visit?
Yeah, all website visitors. However you want to phrase it. Page views, page visit.
And then I do the same again, but for...
That's right.
Cool.
And you can also snag each other's Facebook page engagement in the same manner. And so now you can have like a cool list of 100,000 some people. So maybe how I would break it down is let's do our page visits in one bucket, our ad engagement in another bucket, or our page visits and leads, technically. If you want to print out the leads from the other campaigns too, you can. I'm not sure if any of them launched in the last 180 days, did they? On Agi's or Wrath of Devs? Or any of your pixels, you could share it with him.
No. Don't think they did. Oh, I've just had a message. Thought this was cancelled.
Join us. Join us, mate.
You can join if you're free.
Yeah. All right, so back to this. What you're probably gonna want to do some more like thinking after this call. So let's do what we can easily do on this call, this
Mhm.
recorded video, without so we don't get too lost here. So there's the page visit 180 days, Wrath of Dead page visit. Do Augie's Pixel page visit 180 days too while we're at it real quick.
Sure. So
And
website.
then we're gonna want to do the ad engagement as well on the Facebook page.
And was it 180 days?
Right. On pixels, you can only do 180 days of data. On pages, you can do 365 days of data. Same with videos. Video views, you can retarget up to 365 days.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That we're recording this.
Yes, we are recording this.
No, yeah, I was just saying I'm glad we're recording this because then
Yeah.
I can go back and.
Right. I might just put it on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if you're comfortable with that, but
I'm comfortable with
okay.
it. It's good. It's like a real life experience of
how a consulting call goes. All right, so then press create audience.
Yeah.
Custom audience, and then Facebook page.
Facebook
Let's
page.
now gather the engagements and create a new bucket.
Is this ad engage or just Facebook, like people that are going to...
So I want you to press, instead of everyone who engaged with your page, press that drop down. No, not that. Everyone who engaged with your page.
Oh, sorry.
Under events. And then down two more, which is account center accounts who engaged with any post or ad. Now you're cool. And it's already 365 days, so that's good to go. Now, we would call this side quest FB ad engage or something, however you want. Identify it. 365 day.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people in this bucket, but anyway.
Yeah, but that's where maybe you can try grabbing from Brave Alice or StoryForge. So yeah, type in StoryForge, for instance. And click that.
Yeah.
And then do the same thing. Instead of side quest, that's called StoryForge. On the audience name. I'm sorry. Down below. When you're naming the audience.
Yeah. Actually, you need to save that one though, don't I? For the side quest.
Oh, we already did that one, didn't we? Oh, you're right. We didn't.
Yeah, I didn't create.
Yeah. And then done. Let's go through it again.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say we could... so that was Facebook page.
Correct.
We're going to go StoryForge. I really don't think there's going to be a lot of people, but...
in the last 365 days, we did 2 campaigns, I think, in the last year at least. 2-3 campaigns. Yeah. And so
it's mainly
you spent like 1,000. Right, that's another thing is you could grab the Instagram ones.
That's going to be more busy.
I see. Well, let's just grab everybody because this is going to be probably better. More often than not, you'll get better results using this during the first few days. People who are familiar with what you're doing, at least they've seen it before. And if they're interested, now they're like, now's the time if I was going to do it, right? Okay, and so now you could also do Brave Alice if you want, since I know we're creating a lot of stuff here, but it's all coming together. It's not connected. Oh well. All right. So let's move on to Instagram. This is something that Aggies can fix later on. Like I said, we're not going to publish all this during this call, so we just want to get everything kind of set up so that you can finish it up and tie it up. All right. So create audience. Maybe don't worry about the Instagram because that can take a moment. Yeah. What else? Video views, ad engagement, page visits, leads. No VIPs. I really should just have the checklist in front of me, right? I think I covered it all, though. Oh, and the customer list. So let's make a note if you want to yourself, like in our Discord chat, even right now, just be like, do customer list, Instagram, to customer list and Instagram engagement. And then I think, and then Brave Alice page, maybe.
Mhm.
And that should be the furthest reaches of your data that you can get to. All right, so now go back to the browser. And okay, we kind of got this set up pretty far. So let's go over to back to the ads manager.
Yeah.
The calendar looking thing, campaigns. And now go back into the campaign. So yeah, press edit on it. Yeah, that works. Press edit anytime, any of the edits, except for that one. No, the that one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should have said that, right? All right. Now, duplicate this. Press ... then duplicate.
This one, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, duplicate. And now let's call this retarget dash page views. Retarget page views start. I just do like start like in parentheses or something, all caps maybe.
So this is when it's actually when we launch.
Right, the first 3 days. All right, any way that you want to identify it. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Cool.
scroll down to the budget and audience, or budget and schedule,
and
change it from daily budget to lifetime budget.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing. Let me teach you something, a cool little trick. We forgot to set the start date on the other cold traffic audiences. So what I want you to do is hold down the shift key on your keyboard. You got shift key on Mac, right?
Mm.
And then since you already have retarget page views selected, I want you to click while holding shift key on 3D print plus Kickstart. Okay, now I want you to press edit each ad set
On this
under
one, yeah?
start date.
Yeah.
And now, when's the launch day?
8th.
The 8th. April 8th? Okay, yeah. So hook it up.
Okay.
And then the time.
UTC.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's gonna be. It's probably like 4 p.m. in GMT. I've got to work in 3 time zones.
Are you aiming for 10 a.m. New York time? Or 12 p.m. New York time?
12 p.m. New York.
I think that might be 5 p.m. UTC. Unless it's because the clocks in Europe are about to change, I think.
Yeah.
On Saturday. I was on the call with Adventure this morning, and we were discussing like, all right, Matt, you're gonna schedule the ads, and it's like, what time is it gonna be? I'm like, well, of course. What do you mean? It's like, well, the clocks are changing on Saturday, and you're gonna set up on Friday, so that means we gotta double check and make sure it's still correct. Like, what is Facebook gonna do?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. You're gonna have to do the same thing. So if you were to publish it and schedule it now, you want to double check and make sure after Saturday, like on Sunday, like that's still right.
Yeah. The safest thing to do then is for me to schedule it.
Yeah, it would be 1800, right? 5 hours ahead, plus 5 hours, so it'd be 1800. Not 1819, but 00. Press 0 on your keyboard there.
All right, I thought it would allow me to. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, and then save to draft in the bottom right corner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boom. All right, go back to retarget in the left screen. Yeah. You have multiple selected, right? Yeah. Sorry. And now we want to set the end date, however, on this one to be April 11th at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Essentially at the end. So if you were to have an early bird offer, for instance, it would last 48 hours. And let's just keep the ads rolling until midnight. But you can turn them off sooner if like the results on specific audiences are no good. But yeah, okay, boom. All right, that's now scroll down to the audience, and we're gonna want to plug in the custom audiences that we just created a few minutes ago. And you
So
can
is that?
tear out the location and age as well.
Oh, because it's already.
Yeah. So see where it says custom audiences? No, that's saved audiences. There's a difference. Saved audiences are like this detailed targeting stuff, and you're like, it's a preset. Custom audiences are data that you bring, together. So right, include a custom audience of this one's the page views. So let's pull together all our page visits that we have access to. So press page, I guess. Page. And then there's the different side quest, Agi's paid. Oh wait, no.
Which one are we doing first?
Page fit. Oh yeah, group them all together. Oh, I recall now. So Wrath of Devs page visit one a day. Maybe not
Yeah.
that one. Scroll up. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's this Agi's page visit one a day and the side quest page visit one a day. Let's shove them all in there together, and then grab the lead 180 day or 90 day. Is it? I think I saw that somewhere.
Wrath of Devs. We've also got
Yeah, put together anything that makes sense in here. These are your highest quality leads, essentially. So your page visits, your leads bucket.
Yeah. Wrath of Devs, that's not one we created. I did WOD.
Right, exactly.
So this is our 180 days across the three.
And then, the lead I said don't worry about because they're a page visit. And we don't need to double up the data. All right, so before you move forward, see where it says use as suggestion is checkbox? Uncheck that. We want to contain it to this. All right, but now I want you to reset the age and location to be blank.
Can you do that?
Yes, because you used a custom audience with a preset or with the data points.
How do you make an age blank?
Oh, no, set to 18 and 65, but the location you set to blank. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I moved too fast.
Location can be just get rid of that.
Yep, close it out. Boom. That's all we need to do. Okay, now we're going to change the placements down at the very bottom. And placement controls, last one. And now check box apps and sites. They're already familiar with us. We just need to bring them to the page with new messaging. All right, so now this is all set up except for the budget, and we're going to do the in the ads, but we're going to do that later. So duplicate this again, the whole ad set. And we're going to call this new one ad engagement. Let's start 3 days, yeah. Ad engagement, start 3 days. And then you can remove the copy. And then scroll back down to the audience stuff. And we're going to pull out. There's not much we need to change here. We just need to pull out the page visit custom audiences and insert the ad engagement custom audiences.
Okay.
We still have the detailed targeting in there. Oops, we didn't.
One second. I need to stir what I'm cooking. I'll be back. I'm literally like the kitchen is opposite. I think I burnt the bottom of it. Anyway.
Oh no, that happens.
Yeah, it's because I left it sitting there. I should have tended to it. It's all right. It's quite a big ball.
All right. So yes, perfect. You did the thing. Remove detailed interest targeting from both the retargets that we set up. Go up, up. And too far. Down.
Detailed interest.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. And so just press the big X down there, and you got to press all the little X's. That's the obnoxious one. Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's
Yep.
funny.
Every time.
Why is that different?
I don't know who's the user experience expert at Facebook, but some are good and some are not so good, and they have different departments. Okay, so this is fine. All right, go to the other retarget, the page views, and let's remove the detailed targeting over there too before we
Oh,
forget.
from this other one, yeah.
Yeah, we forgot to.
No, that's cool. We can get rid of this. Oh, I'm looking forward to dinner now. Right.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. All right, so go back to ad engagement. Did we set up custom audiences yet? Sorry, we're like bouncing back and forth here,
No, that's
but
cool.
I would just want to make sure we don't forget to do anything. All right, so scroll up. I'm sorry. And then custom audiences, correct. That's page visits. So we would need to pull those up, press the pencil to edit. And then let's remove the page visits.
Oh, because this is ad engage, right?
Right. Yeah. And so now you want to start plopping in your ad engagement. But of course, before you publish this one, you want to start sticking in Instagram after this call.
Is that the same? So I'd have to go to create an audience.
Right. Go to the audience manager, then create audience, and then go back to the ads manager, and then into this ad set, and then plug it in. Also, you don't need to call it US retarget, but before you change that, insert StoryForge, ad engage, SideQuest, ad engage. I think that's it that we have generated for now, but this is a good placeholder, right? Now, I want you to double click on the name in the left hierarchy tree. Double click it.
On here?
Yep. Now remove US because it's not the US anymore. It's everywhere. So also help you stay organized because you'll be able to the other one as well. Because you'll be able to identify the retargets easier in your list of campaign or in your list of ad sets. All right, so next up, we did page views, ad engagement. You're going to want to create a new one probably for your customer list because that's pretty huge, but they're really we want to control that because maybe we want to carry that through, for instance, into the mid campaign a little bit because they're probably going to be very responsive throughout. Anyway, all right. What else did we generate? Page views, ad engagement. Was that it? Oh, you can throw in the page likes into the page views. See those? There's a page like one. Yeah, right there. RPG Stories, Brave Alice.
Yeah.
Throw those in there. They're higher quality than a page visit. Or I'm sorry, than an ad engagement.
Yeah, I could see that. And these are still relevant, right? They're not like out of date.
Under ad engagement, add that video view audience as well. You're in page views right now. Maybe you could add the leads one to that though.
What to this?
Yeah, because this is our higher quality bucket. I don't know how much is in there, if anything, but no harm.
But then, do these ever expire? Like, are we using?
I think they can.
Okay.
Like if you don't use them for 1 to 2 years, they will expire, and then you have to regenerate them.
Right. Okay.
But if they don't do anything, it's safe. We create a bunch of new ones, the core ones. So go back to ad engagement, add the video views over there. That's probably a good idea. Because that might still have some in there. Maybe not. All right, whatever. Just add it. Screw it.
Yeah, sure. But the question is though, who created this? Because we didn't create this. So
that looks like mine. It looks like I created that.
And then whose videos are they?
Now that I couldn't tell you. You'd have to go into the audience manager, check and see which videos it's actually referencing.
Okay, I can do that because I'll be able to look back at this call and remember that.
Right. So the next thing that we need to set up, let's duplicate this out. Now this one is not one that we can do anything with exactly right now. And this is going to be your past customer, your customer list, past backers. So just rename it for now. Pull those out, I guess, the custom audience,
Yeah.
and call
Let
it
me see.
past backers.
Lists. As a reminder, we'll go back down to the audience and we'll get rid of these because we're going to do the list as an.
Correct.
I have to go create that as an audience though.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you'll see where it says, add a location for your audience or use a custom audience to continue. So you're going to plug that in with the custom audience later. In the meantime, it's going to throw that error to remind you to finish that one up. All right, so aside from that, now let's duplicate out this again. But now we're going to start doing like the, do you have a trailer video?
Not yet.
Okay, you could set up a video view, but you can't really publish that one until you publish the first ad set. So don't worry about that one for now.
We've got
But
a video.
I need you to do. I do need you to duplicate because we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna do the 5-day page view, and then the 10-day sidebar thingy. So let's yeah, on the copy that this one you currently have selected. No, this is the original. That one's the copy. All right, and so this one, you don't need to call it start 3 days anymore. Just call it retarget page view 5-day or something. And now the placements are still set to every placement. Lifetime budget, you want to change that to daily budget. And you don't, turn off the end date.
Turn off the end date.
Yes, you want to keep the start date the same.
Got it.
Now the budget, how much are you going to spend per day in total, do you think? Like $100 a day?
Which one is this for? This is for page views.
Yeah, I just want to know how much are you going to spend in total across all your ads? Do you have like a rough ballpark? Like $100 a day, $300 a day, $50 a day.
Yeah, probably 100.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. So usually I set it to like 3 to 4% max. So maybe set this to $4.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sidebar we're going to set to $1. But scroll down. Let's finish setting up the audience on this one. So we're going to insert custom audience.
Custom audience.
Include, yeah, press include. Yeah. And sorry, a page visit 5-day. I think it was at the very top, wasn't it?
Side quest page visit 5 days.
That's the one. Now ideally, damn it, Agis isn't here. I want to generate a purchase event so then we can create a purchase audience, and then even if it's empty, like there's only one event, like we just need to fire one purchase event. I might be able to hijack it and fire a phony event, but not during this call. But you would press add exclusions and then exclude purchases. It's better to do it now than later on a live campaign. But at your budget, it might be less relevant, quite frankly. It's when you start spending a lot more money is when it becomes more and more problematic to not have the exclusion in there. Okay, but in any case, page visit 5-day, all good, looking good. Placements, let's double check placements. Make sure they're all placements. Correct. Cool. I think we did everything there. So now we need to do the engagement sidebar, 10 days, and then the placement of just the right column in video feed. So yeah, duplicate. Original campaign. And then, might as well since we're already looking at it. So uncheck box that. Pop open search results before. Don't click that. Pop it open, then uncheck box.
Uncheck Facebook, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, it's really fussy. Yeah, and then you can uncheck box those, the big ones, the big checkbox.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's just when it's partially checked, then it'll flip it on first. So uncheck box Instagram Explorer, then skip the two above it, then on Marketplace. Yes, uncheck box.
Uncheck.
And uncheck box going from bottom to top. Continue going from bottom to top, uncheck boxing. Ending with Facebook feed. So that Facebook feed is the last one you turn off.
Right. So this one's off. Yeah?
Correct. Yep.
And then
going
off.
up the line. Yep.
And
if you do it out of order, it will kick an error, and then you'll have to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Yep. Uncheck box. And then the last one. The Facebook feed, uncheck box that. That's the final one. Boom. Damn it.
What?
See the error?
No,
all right. What I want you to do is duplicate page view 5 days, and we're going to try that again.
This one here, duplicate this one.
Yep, we got to do it again. It's that when you get the error, it gets bugged and you can't undo it. And so you can delete the broken one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Delete. And go back to the new copy. Up to 1, 2. Nope, that has dash copy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, correct. Now go down placements. Let's try that again.
Placements. Where do
Placement controls. Very last one. Pop that open. Now let's try that again. So big checkbox, app and sites, turn it off.
Yeah.
Search results, expand. Uncheck box. All right, in-stream ads, you have big checkbox. You can just, or you could do it one by one. It's up to you. This is where it becomes more cumbersome to do it one by one.
Can we get rid of the whole thing though?
Yeah. Yep. Now feeds, starting with Instagram Explorer.
So get rid of that.
Yeah, I wonder why it doesn't have Business Explorer. That's the one that bugged out. See how it's grayed out? Yeah, try it. Uncheck box. Uncheck box Marketplace. Nope, the right column is the one we want. That's one we want. Keep. We want video feeds too.
Yeah. So get rid of this one.
Marketplace. Yeah, remove. And keep going.
That one. All of them, isn't it?
Yep. Come on. Is it gonna work? Or is it gonna? Yep. The Business Explorer.
Oh, it's done it again.
Yeah. So, what would be?
This is the sidebar one, yeah?
Yeah.
We could, for the purposes of this, we could ignore it for now.
You might need to like create an ad inside it first. That might be the problem, actually. So let's delete this again. Let's do this again. I hate to troubleshoot this. Maybe I could just cut it from the video that I'm recording. So delete. And then let's regenerate it again. Let's, press ... duplicate. Let's do it again. Duplicate. Now let's press ... on the new copy that we just made and create an ad. Create ad. And now go inside and see if that does the trick and gives it something to
we can get rid of this as well.
Yeah. Pop open feeds, see if it ungrayed out or something. Yeah, it's still grayed. So this placement isn't available for one or more of the countries that you selected. Oh, select the United States. That's the problem. Yes. Okay, I recall. I've encountered this before. Wow. I just wasted your time. Yeah, you gotta select a location on this one.
Oh.
United States.
Yeah, because it was blank, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not available in blank.
Right.
Right, okay.
And so now you can continue.
We can get rid of this one, yeah?
Right. Now you can uncheck box Business Explorer as well. That's the problem.
Yeah. So we get rid of that.
And then Instagram Explorer. Take that off. Skip
But you want to keep the column.
And the video feed. Correct.
And a video feed, but you want to get rid of all of these. It's so buggy.
All right. And
Yeah.
then scroll up to audiences. We're going to swap out the page visit 5-day for the ad engagement 10-day on the Facebook page. Oh, no,
Audience.
scroll too far. Custom audiences right there. Yep. Press pencil. And then remove that one. And insert Facebook and Instagram 10-day for SideQuest. SideQuest. Yeah, it looks like we only have the page engaged 10-day printouts for Facebook. Let's do that. That's fine.
This one?
Yep. Let's go. And then everything's good there. All right. So now, the only other thing was like the video view audience, like I mentioned, but like for anybody else who might end up watching this recording, you could also watch on my YouTube channel, the secret sauce video on how to do video view retargeting for Facebook and Google ads. All right. In any case, so now you're all set up here. You just got to design the ads and then duplicate the ads between all the ads. But go into the new sales ads. So let me teach you a new feature they rolled out that's super handy, especially for sales campaigns. Once you've established, you know what works really good during pre-launch, and you have all you know what your winning ads are. I want you to scroll down a little bit. Here, press flexible. And so what this allows you to do is stick 10 different ad creatives or images or videos inside a single ad. So then you could, for instance, call this ad like early bird. And now it has all your early bird content and text in it. And then you could just simply turn this off and then duplicate it out and insert your mid campaign or your end of campaign ads. And so basically all your stuff can just stay neatly organized in singular ads for each stage of the Kickstarter, the live campaign.
So when you come to actually add the assets, are you uploading individual
scroll
images?
down a little bit. Hold on. To I think you scrolled too far. See add media? Add images?
Multiple, yeah?
Yeah, it says 0 of 10 now. And so just click a bunch, for instance.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Right? Okay, it says 4 out of 10 images. Continue.
Yeah.
And then you can add video by doing the same thing. Add media, add video.
Okay.
Yep. And then you can do the same thing. 5 primary text variations, headline variations, description. And you can use the Launch GPT AI text generator that I have to generate the text, make it simple for you. At least get a rough draft to work from.
It's surprisingly good. Like, obviously, I've got a lot of experience with using AI, but the Launch GPT, whatever your prompts are that you're using, I don't know if it's system prompts or whatever, but it's actually
it works well. Yeah, I know.
Surprisingly well, considering it's AI. It's like
probably spent 50 to 100 hours banging that out.
Yeah,
maybe a couple hundred prompts at least that I've tried, like rewording it maybe 500 times until I figured out, this is it. Balancing it between the materials that's reading from in the prompt. Anyway, but yeah, okay, so this is what you would do. Then you insert all the media, all the stuff, call it your early bird, duplicate it out to everything. And then if you want, you can prep your mid-campaign ads too, kind of thing. And then start those in a day after launching or whatever.
We may not be doing, depending on the performance, we probably won't be doing mid-campaign. Well, we'll see. Might surprise us.
Okay. Well, in any case, it's for the first 48, 72 hours, it's a no-brainer though to run ads because it's it's hard to lose.
Yeah, everything's hot.
Even if you have a launch day failure, it's like, well, you might as well get that money, because otherwise you're just going to lose even harder. And when you spend that money and you say it's mid-campaign isn't going to go well, it still even goes well during the early bird because your results are generally 200% better. If your cost per purchase during mid-campaign on your ads is $40 cost per purchase, during the early bird phase, it might be $15 or something. In which case, it's super profitable versus not profitable at all.
Yeah, we'll have a look at our first couple of
Yeah.
days. See whether. So next steps, apart from creating the ads and all that sort of stuff, that's fairly straightforward. But next steps would be checking the schedule to make sure that they launch at the right time. And then I just want to check before we go, the last thing that always stresses me out, right? Start date. Yeah. So retarget start date.
Oh, did we set the budget to $1 on the retarget ad engagement? Start 3-day. Oh wait, not start 3-day. Sidebar. Where's the sidebar? Oh, that's the one you're working on right now, isn't it?
So this needs changing.
Yeah. So they call that ad engage 10-day. Then sidebar in parentheses or however you want to mark it. And then set it to $1 before you forget, because those placements are super cheap. It'll like spam the heck out of it. I usually set it like 1/3 to 1/4 of the page view 5-day, and the page view 5-day is only set to like 3%, 4% of the total daily spend.
See, this is good when we come to do pets, because pets is going to have a big budget and probably a lot of people interested, and we'll actually take it really, really seriously. I think we'll actually see some results using some other projects for me. But with pets, this will actually make a difference. Like, I could see
the
a lot of
retargeting stuff, you mean?
Yes, like little things like the sidebar, the retargeting. Whereas,
yeah. I mean, the more engaging your thing is visually, the more effective these things can be. But usually it's just a micro optimization. Like, it's not a game changer, but maybe it's gonna increase your daily spend and maybe improve your results even by 10% on top of it. So it's like kind of like a no-brainer. Why not spend an extra $10 per day if it's gonna get you a couple extra results? Plus, it increases brand recall. Hypothetically, it might increase conversion rates, long term, as well, because they're getting more and more familiar with it. In any case, but yeah, it's important to do, but not like I've seen plenty of campaigns raise a crap ton of money without bothering to do any of this stuff.
Because it's more about the concept and like pre-launch amount of pre-launches as well. And
if your product design is the presentation could be kind of mediocre or crap, people will see through it and they'll be like, that's something cool, I want that. And in fact, sometimes the more rough it is, the more appealing it can be, because they're like they feel they're not supporting a big company, but someone just like their peers who just stumble upon this or create this mind-blowing thing, right? And they're like, whoa, that could be me, kind of thing. But in any case,
I totally agree with that, because it's a majority of my competitors in a soft term competitors.
One more thing before let's set the budgets on the page view start 3 days. So I saw that we had on the audience manager earlier, we had 1,200 page views, or page view events on the event manager.
Yeah.
Okay. That was in the last month.
But that's what.
But we expanded the bucket here. And so I would say let's put 3 pennies or so on each one of these people, 3 to 5 pennies. And that means because we did more than just your pixel, we're adding in like the Wrath of Devs and Brave Owl's pixel and stuff. I'm guessing it might be more like 5,000 some. So if we take 5,000 times it by 5 cents. Can you pull up a calculator? Let's just show people how to do it instead of having me do the math in my head. So say 5,000 people in the audience, times it by 0.03 for 3 pennies equals 150. Now that's how much we're going to want to spend over the lifetime, the 3 days or 50 some hours that we programmed it for. So I wouldn't spend more than 150, essentially. You could spend less if you want to. So that's going to be about $50, $60 a day. If you want to even set that to 120, maybe let optimize and not overspend. Okay, and then the add engage start 3 days. It's the second one down from the top. Yeah, that one. Now this one usually put a penny, and it's a little weird. It'd be hard to understand how many engagements there are because we're tagging 3 different pages. I don't want to spend like 15, 20 minutes just figuring that answer out. So let's just assume that there's like 10 to 20,000 in there. We put a penny on each of them, so that's like 100 to 200 bucks. Maybe put 100. And then if it's going well, you could turn it up later, like after, like 8 to 12 hours.
Well, we definitely need to check our tracking. I would be able to do that myself if I could get somehow like VPN, remove all the browser cache.
Well, we should schedule. We should get into another meeting with Augie's at the same time so we can figure that out. Okay.
We do have another one.
Okay.
So I booked one for next week, I think, for us for the Alliance.
Okay. Sure.
So that would give us an opportunity to do that if it didn't take too long. Marco, I'm not gonna bias you, but Marco has a concern about pets that he wants to raise about like audiences and stuff. And so like he wanted to ask you that question, and that was quite important as well. So we'll have time.
Yeah, no, they're definitely gonna be a lot of important questions, so we should totally get those answered. But that's next Tuesday, did you say?
I think so.
Okay. It should be good. Should be good timing. When are you launching this again?
I'm going to get some ads in there, of course. Maybe we could check that, get the tracking fixed, because that's to do with the is it the Pixel, the helper?
Yeah, when it comes the event setup tool.
Yeah, the setup tool. That's it. Little dashboard.
The helper is the thing that allows you to just test and see if it's working inside your browser.
It's the setup tool, the little dialogue that comes up.
Yeah.
I can't get. Even though I'm in somewhere else entirely, not even in the UK. Excellent.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's a whole Europe thing, or I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to work for almost anybody outside the United States, even like China and Asia.
Really frustrating.
So,
I can get around it sometimes. That's great. We will then, so we'll have a little check-in then on our next call. We'll deal with the other stuff to do with pets. And I'll have the rest of the stuff for this set up so like we're ready to do the little fix, and then maybe just double check, and then we're all good.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. Did you have any other questions while you got me here?
No. That was the majority of it. That was all good.
Awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video. I'm going to do any quick edits that I see. So maybe in an hour or so, and then I'll put it on YouTube, either unlisted or public, depending upon, if I think it's going to be useful to other people. And then I'll share that link with you. So this way you always have access to it. Okay?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be really helpful as well for my next campaigns. Awesome.
And if you have any more questions, just hit me up on chat, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you. And
You're welcome.
I'll keep an eye out for that. And I'll check it out a bit later.
And I'll see you on the next call.
Yes, whenever that is. That's next
Tuesday.
Week,
yes, probably in the afternoon, I'm guessing. You wouldn't bark in the middle of the night. All right, James, I'll catch you soon. Cheers.
All right.
Eat some good food. Enjoy.
And you. All right, bye.